where do we find people who are on their healing journey and their self-awareness journey so that we can date them and like form a relationship and not have to deal with the skeeziness that can be online dating? Great question. I have some ideas. They're just brainstorming, so go with me on this journey. But if you have suggestions, I would gladly take them in the comments as well. And the funny thing is that I had a friend ask me this the other day, and I was like, well, if they're anything like me, right? Like, I've become my own like ideal partner. I hang out at home a lot. I work from home. I go to my CrossFit gym, but I'm not going to pee in the pool that I swim in, so to speak. And then like occasionally I'll go to my kids' school, and that's where I hang out if you're looking for me. But how do we start to become the lighthouse to attract in the people that are already on the healing and self-awareness journey? Well, I kind of made mention in the video reference to this that they're on TikTok because they slide in my DMs. But that is also because I am putting out self-awareness information. So I'm easier to find than say somebody who's just a consumer on TikTok, right? So how do we find people who are on this healing journey? Now I have an interesting theory, but it violates HIPAA laws, right? Like, don't you wish that therapists didn't have to deal with HIPAA laws in a dating context? Because like they know their abandonment and shit, and they know your rejection and shit, and she could be like a little matchmaker of like, hey, you two should date because you have very compatible wounds that would go really well. But again, that violates HIPAA laws, so I don't think your therapist is going to be your matchmaker, unfortunately. So dating apps can be one place to filter people so that you can only interact with people who are on some sort of healing self-awareness journey. And for me, what that looks like on the dating apps is they have to have some version of the following on their profile for me to even match back with them. So that would be self-awareness, deep chats, mindfulness, meditation, yoga, therapy, something along those lines has to be mentioned on their profile somewhere. If they don't have that on there, sorry, I don't care how good you look. Like, I don't care how much money you make. Like, we're just not going to get along. Because like for me, I have that on my profile. If I am trying to find somebody who is on their healing and or personal development or enjoys self-awareness and is self-aware, I need to put that out there in order to attract it into me. So my question back to you is, how are you being a lighthouse or a magnet for those that are looking for you, right? You can't be found if you're not putting out your signal, right? So what is your bat signal for self-awareness? How are you putting that information out there? Even when the friendships that you develop, do they know this about you, right? That you're on a healing journey, or that you're amazingly healed, that you're a great communicator, that you value people who are self-aware, right? How are you putting that out there and letting as many people know about that, so that if that person is out there seeking you, you are easier to find? Or, you can go find a bookstore and just go hang out in the personal development section for months on end and just wait until somebody stumbles in there and happens to find you. And then it's like Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan kind of a movie where you just met in a bookstore and like, oh my God, you both reached for the last copy of Becoming Supernatural and locked eyes. And I mean, do you? Please tell me if that happens. But I think we need to do a little bit more of putting yourself out there. And here on TikTok is a great way to kind of classify people who are into that stuff by the content they create or the content they engage with, whether you're kind of looking through comment sections on creators like mine, or you're putting out your own content. I know for me, by me creating this content, it is putting out my lighthouse signal for those that find that appealing or they're looking for that in a partner. But with TikTok, you got to be okay with long distance because, the virality of it goes outside your local area. Alternatively, look for groups that do breath work or go to yoga classes. I have a friend who does cold plunging, and he goes to a place that does cold plunging and saunas. And so it's just becoming a regular in the healing arts kind of area, taking classes on it, doing stuff as a hobby. But yeah, you kind of got to look at what is somebody who's on their self-awareness or healing journey. Where are they spending time? Where's their attention, their interests? And put yourself out there to be found. But seriously, if you have tips, I will take them. But just leave them here. Please help a sister out. Please. Because it's lonely in these self-aware streets. That's why I created this account. I am Tara. Glad you're here.